So this is the second Stoic problem, and I'm still using um, s'mores as the example. And I scooted the camera in here so you can hopefully see things a bit better. And this one, I'm still doing old school, or doing I'm doing this one, but via the table. Um, and I did everything at once for you to see here. And instead of having whole numbers, this time I did things so you had a decimal amount of moles to show you that the math still works out just fine. So this time you have 1.375 grams of marshmallows. And in order to make this work, because if you're going to do the rice table, you need to have moles of marshmallows to make your reactions work, because a balanced equation is based off of particles, not grams. So 1.375 divided by grams, that will give you moles of marshmallows. Well, that's 0.25. Well, great, set up your rice table. So I've got 0.25 grams of marshmallows. Oh, well, if I've got 0.25 moles of marshmallows, so I'm going to need an equal amount of pieces of chocolate, so that's 0.25, but I'm going to need double the amount of graham crackers. Makes sense. You've seen a s'more. It's a sandwich. You need double the amount of moles. So I'm going to need 0.5 moles. Okay, so 0.5, 0.25, 0.25. Reaction hasn't run yet. I don't have any s'mores. So when this changes, and we're going to be 100% efficient at doing this, so minus 0.5, minus 0.25, minus 0.25, plus 0.25, 2 to 1 to 1 to 1. So minus 0.5, minus 0.25, minus 0.25, plus 0.25. So 0, 0, 0, plus 0.25. So just like our first example, we've saved all of our math to the end. So if I want to find out how many grams of either the graham cracker or the chocolate I needed to start, I just take my moles and multiply by the molecular weight. If I want to find out how many grams of s'mores I've made, well, fine. I take the moles I've made at the end and multiply by the molecular weight. And here's all the math at the end. So if I want to find out how many grams of s'mores I've made, well, it's 0.25 moles. My molecular mass of s'mores is 32.5 grams. That works out to be 8.125. Oh, how much chocolate did I need to start? Well, I know I needed 0.25 moles. I know my chocolate was 11.5 grams per mole. 2.875. Cool. Same thing for the graham cracker. Oh, I needed double the moles. It was relatively light, so I needed 3.875 grams of graham cracker. Okay, let me show you the other way. Again, it's important to remember it's all the same. It really comes down to how do you like to organize and when do you like to do your math. So it's the same idea. And you're noting with each one of these, you're saying, hey, my starting material is the same. I'm starting with my marshmallow. Oh, if you do the 1.375 and divide it by the 5.5 at this step, you're at 0.25. So in the first one, I'm saying, hey, I want to make s'mores. So how much s'more can I make based off of my 1.375 grams? So, well, I've converted my grams of marshmallow into moles here. Then I'm saying, wait a minute, I'm right here with my marshmallows. Oh, 1 mole of marshmallow makes 1 mole of s'mores, but I need to know an amount that I can put on a scale. Oh, well, then I just flip that ratio. Let me get out of moles and back into grams. Lo and behold, the math works out the same. Same thing for how much chocolate do I need to measure out to start with. I was in grams of marshmallow. I converted it into moles. Oh, it's still a 1-to-1 relationship. And then I get out of moles of chocolate and into grams. Math still works out the same. Last one, when I'm with graham cracker, I start off with grams again, get into moles of marshmallow. Oh, this is where you double the amount of graham cracker because I'm saying, wait a minute, it's a 2-to-1 reaction. I have 1 mole of marshmallow. I'm gonna need 2 moles of graham crackers in order to make this work. It's a sandwich, right? So then I've got my moles of graham cracker. I need to convert that back into grams, and there you have it. Again, there's nothing different conceptually about what you've done. It's only when you've done it. Okay? So I'm going to do the same thing 2 more times, 2 more videos. One with an actual chemical reaction where it's a 1-to-1 to 1-to-1 reaction, and one where guys, if there's anything you can take out of this, at least you know that I can't talk at home either. I'm going to do one where it's a 1-to-1 reaction with reactants and products, and another one where it's 1-to-2 and 1-to-2. Okay, and then you've got your problems to work on. So here you go. Thanks for your attention.